Hi TK students, it's Mrs. Bellatash, and I want us to remember a really important science word that we learned last week, and it is observe. Observe. Let's clap it together. Observe. Observe. Does anybody remember what the word observe means? Well, observe means to look really closely. But I think you probably remember that it doesn't mean just looking. We can use does anybody remember? Our 5 senses. We can use all of our senses to observe the world and to learn about the world around us. So we're going to read a little book about our 5 senses together. Okay, here is a book. It's called My 5 Senses, and it's by Aliki. When my little boy was small, he's not a little boy anymore, he's a big man, but when he was small, we loved to read these books, and I'm so glad I get to share this one with you. So this is about my 5 senses. Okay, look at this one. What do you think this one is about? This one is I can see. I see with my eyes. Open your eyes really big. Open them. Look around. We can really see with our eyes. What do you think this one's about? Yeah. Hearing. I can hear. I hear with my ears. Let's be quiet. What do you hear in the background? I can hear the fish tanks in the science lab. I can hear the water going drip, 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 drip. What can you hear in the background? Let's shh. It's cool, huh? Oh, look. He's smelling some flowers. I can smell. I smell with my nose. Oh, look at this one. On a hot day, I like to eat ice cream. I can taste. I taste with my tongue. Oh, I like chocolate ice cream. I don't know what kind of ice cream you like. I like chocolate, and I also like mint ice cream. Oh, look, he has a bunny. Remember the bunnies that I had in the last video? We went out and saw the bunnies. Oh, the bunnies are so soft. I can touch. I touch with my fingers. Oh, look, that is such a soft bunny. That bunny kind of looks like my bunny, Sunset. Sunset is all white, and I know that because I can see with my eyes. I can see what color she is. I do all of this with my senses, my 5 senses. When I see the sun or a frog or my baby sister, I use my sense of sight. I am seeing. So I see this little sister, I see the frog on a lily pad and a pretty flower. I see a lot of things. When I hear a drum or a fire engine or a bird, I use my sense of hearing. I am hearing. When I smell soap or a pine tree or cookies just out of the oven, I use my sense of smell. I am smelling. Do you remember when we went out to the garden and I was smelling the tomato plants? Oh, they smell so good. They have a really special smell. When I drink my milk and eat my food, I use my sense of taste. I am tasting. When I touch a kitten or a balloon or water, I use my sense of touch. I am touching. Oh, look at that little boat in the water. I have 3 cats at home, and my cats are so soft. I love to touch them. Sometimes I use all my senses at once. Sometimes I use only one. I often play a game with myself. I guess how many senses I am using at that time. When I look at the moon and the stars, I use one sense. I am seeing. Oh, I love looking at the moon. When I laugh and play with my puppy, I use 4 senses. I see, hear, smell, and touch. This puppy looks like he's gonna lick that little boy. Now, that would feel really wet, right? But sometimes puppies have stinky breath, so he could definitely smell that puppy. When I bounce a ball, I use 3 senses. I see, hear, touch. Ooh, look at that. I don't have a red ball. My ball at home is yellow. And I know that because I can see it. Sometimes I use more of one sense and less of another. But each sense is very important to me because it makes me aware. To be aware is to see all there is to see. To be aware sounds like being observant, to observe the world. Hear all there is to hear. Smell all there is to smell. Boys and girls, I love to cook, and I love it when I walk in the house and I can smell the things I've been cooking. Taste all there is to taste. Touch all there is to touch. Wherever I go, whatever I do, every minute of the day, my senses are working. They make me aware. And boys and girls, we're going to use the science word. They help us observe. Oh, this is a great book by Aliki about our senses. Now we're going to get our science notebook out and we're going to make an entry into our science notebook. Hi TK students, so we just finished reading the book about our senses and I want us to do some work in our science notebook now. So take out your science notebook and we already did the first page together. How do we learn? I'm going to turn the page to the next page and it says name, Mrs. Belatesh. I put my name up there, you write yours. And the question is, what are our senses? So I drew a picture of some eyes, a nose, a mouth, an ear, and a hand. And then I wrote the words seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, and touching. Boys and girls, you don't have to write those words. They're kind of big words. But if you could please draw a picture and show the eyes for seeing, the nose for smelling, the mouth for tasting, the ear for hearing, and a hand for touching. That would be so great. I think I'm also going to color mine because I like to color. And next week, we're going to spend one more week on our senses, and we're going to actually try to smell some things and taste some things and listen to some things together. And then we're going to get started with our first science unit. Okay, see you next week, TK.